Welcome to another episode of the Iconical Files. This isn't your history class. This is where we rip the veil off the past, tear through the lies, and ask the questions they don't want answered. To the IF community, you already know, you can't have a why without an if idea. Because every truth starts with possibility, and possibility shakes the foundations of control. History is supposed to be set in stone, but is it? Have civilizations come and gone, erased like mistakes, rewritten like propaganda? In 1915, Edgar Rice Burroughs wrote Beyond 30, later known as The Lost Continent. The official story. It's a futuristic novel, a world where America isolates itself while Europe crumbles into chaos. But here's the real question. What if this isn't fiction at all? What if Beyond 30 isn't a glimpse into the future, but a distorted memory of the past? A pattern so big, so buried, that it keeps repeating itself. A cycle of conquest, deception, and history being rewritten to fit an agenda. Now, imagine this. A traveler, raised in a bubble of European belief, steps out into the real world for the first time. Since birth, he's being fed a story. Out there, across the ocean, the Native Americans are cursed, controlled, demonic. He's never questioned it, because why would he? But then he sees it for himself. The people, the rituals, the world that isn't twisted or evil, it's just different. And suddenly, everything he thought was truth is crumbling. Why does this story sound so familiar? Because it's been told over and over. The idea that outsiders are monsters, that civilizations unlike our own are threats. Look at European mythology. The underworld once had blue-skinned beings, gods, demons, powerful entities. But somewhere along the way, that switched. Blue became red, divine became dangerous. And then look at the Mahabharata, the ancient Hindu epic. In that version, blue skin isn't a curse. It's a mark of wisdom, power, even advanced technology. Two stories, opposite sides of the world. One paints the blue beings as a threat. The other reveres them as enlightened. So, which version is real? Both the Mahabharata and European religious texts talk about an ancient war, a battle that reshaped everything. The Mahabharata describes gods with incredible weapons and vast knowledge. European traditions speak of angelic forces battling demons. But are these really just religious stories, or are they history, fractured, retold, and repackaged? Now here's the real question. If the blue-skinned race was erased, where did they go? Were they wiped out, or did they just disappear, slip into the shadows, hidden in plain sight? And if history keeps repeating itself, if color dictates perception, then what happens when the cycle flips again? Who becomes the next target? Who's framed as divine, and who's branded dangerous? The discovery of America wasn't just explorers landing on a foreign shore. It was a collision between belief systems, a war fought not just with weapons, but with ideas. The European settlers saw themselves as saviors, bringing order to a chaotic world. But the indigenous peoples had their own understanding, one that didn't need saving. Were they seen as demons because they truly were, or was the story rewritten to justify conquest? Burroughs imagined a world divided, knowledge wiped, civilizations buried, history rewritten. But the question isn't whether it's fiction. The question is, how many times has this happened before?